So back in my home state of Ohio, some Republicans were very upset that Mexicans were working at the Mexican restaurant they went to. So they decided to leave this message on the receipt. The tip says 0, you suck, wrote out the total, and I hope Trump deports you. They then scribbled out their name at the bottom, thinking they covered their ass. Unfortunately, there's more than one copy of the receipt, and your name's on that copy as well. So I'd just like everyone in Ohio to get to know Stephanie Lovins' face. Just in case you see her around, you know what kind of person she is. She is a real estate agent for Century 21. Oh, I'm sorry. She was a real estate agent for Century 21. Someone got in contact with them. They said, hi, thank you for bringing this to our attention. The Century 21 brand does not condone acts of discrimination. It's taken this situation seriously. We have looked into it, and the agent in question is no longer affiliated with the brand. And when you click on any of her links that link her to Century 21, that page is not found. They have already taken her down. And I respect how fucking quick this happened. I think this was in within a day or so that she left that receipt till she was found out and she lost her goddamn job.
You would think in 2025 people would know better. But here we are again. Stephanie Lovins thought she could get away with leaving a racist message on a receipt at a Mexican restaurant in Ohio. But the internet had other plans. Now she's out of job and the backlash is spreading like wildfire. Racism in America is a conversation that we keep having because stories like these keep on happening. I don't even understand how someone just left their house, go to a Mexican restaurant in this case, enjoy their meal, and because they didn't want to tip this person because of hatred and racism, they felt like it was okay for them to leave a racist message, hoping that the president or the orange man in charge will deport this exact person that was actually serving her. It's crazy coming to think of it. After this person gets deported, who is going to serve you? Like what farmers in America are experiencing currently as we are talking. They effed around and now they're finding out. And this Stephanie, oh, she effed around and now she's finding out. And now she's out here and created a GoFundMe account for her to be able to join or to learn about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, so that she can know on how to deal when she is in such situations. I mean, Stephanie, just stop the hate. That's the only way out of these. It doesn't need any class. It doesn't need anyone to talk to you. It's just a decision that you have to make. You know, I see a lot of videos of Caucasian women claiming that they didn't have anything to do with slavery and everything that happened in the past and still happening in the United States of America. But here are your women, the currents. There's so many of them, and we keep on seeing so many videos like this, and it's always like 90% of these videos, they always come from the women. I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my good name is Gracey D. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel, give this video a like, and let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. So let's dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
Oh, Stephanie. We've all heard the story of Stephanie Lovins, the woman who went to a Mexican restaurant and on an $88 tab left a tip of 0 and told that person that they suck. But not only did they tell them that they suck, she wrote down, I hope Trump deports you. And then she went and scribbled her little name out like a fucking coward, not remembering that there are multiple copies of credit card receipts. Like, Stephanie, have you ever used a fucking credit card before? Then, of course, as a true coward would, she lies and says, hackers and scammers must have stole my credit card and they were the ones who did this awful thing. And the restaurant was like, yeah, we have security cameras and we saw you there. Awkward. And then, of course, this story blows up on social media, and Century 21, who was Stephanie's employer, was like, yeah, Stephanie, you don't work here anymore. And now, of course, because Stephanie doesn't have a job anymore, she doesn't have any money. Because she doesn't have any money, someone started her a GoFundMe. Hello? And I love this like bullshit, like Stephanie now realizes. She now realizes it was hurtful and wrong. Of course she knew it was wrong. If she didn't know it was wrong, she wouldn't have bothered to scribble her little name out on the receipt, would she? Right now, Stephanie is struggling financially as she works to rebuild her life. This fundraiser is to help her with basic living expenses, career transition, and educational programs she can use to move forward in a positive way. Well, Stephanie, you know who else could have needed some help? Probably the person you stiffed on an $88 bill. So that's exactly what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go tip Ricardo because hate has no place here. Looks like a lot of other people had that idea too. Good for you, Ricardo. Stephanie, you don't deserve to be rewarded for your horrible behavior. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Even GoFundMe was like, I think the fuck not.
I have a really fun update on that Stephanie Lovins story, that white woman who went to the Mexican restaurant and where it said leave a tip, she wrote, no, I hope Trump deports you. Yeah, some of you have heard about it, so stick around for just a minute. But if you haven't, Stephanie Lovins, a white woman, was a realtor in Ohio, and she went to a Mexican restaurant and she left that note. Well, they saw her name after she scratched it out on the customer copy or on the merchant copy. They saw it on the customer copy. So anyway, long story short, she was found. She was fired from, I think it was Century 21. She's no longer a realtor. That's the part that I already knew. That's the part that kind of had gone around. But what I didn't know is that she started a GoFundMe. She started a GoFundMe because of her financial hardships and because she wanted to get some money so she could enroll herself in basically diversity training to learn more about how she could be better in these situations and how she could, better appreciate diversity in her situation and her community. She's asking us for money because she was a racist who got fired from her job and got harassed. She got harassed. I'm sure she did. Good. You should get harassed for shit like that. But you're going to come over here, and if you go look it up, I looked it up. It's actually been deleted now, but you can still see like a little remnant of like the first part of a sentence. There's like two sentences. I'm not super familiar with GoFundMe, but it does look like it was legit at one time, and then it has since been deleted, probably because it was a stupid idea. But you're going to literally ask us, you're going to ask me, you're going to ask people of color for money during your time of financial hardship. Why do you think you have a financial hardship, Stephanie Lovins? That's what racism cost. There should be a cost to things like that. Completely unnecessary. Even if you were going to be that complete and utter jerk and not leave that person a tip, why would you take the time to write that on a menu or on a receipt? You went to a Mexican restaurant. You shouldn't disrespect people anywhere over anything, but you went into their place of business. You ate their food, drank their drinks, and then you have the audacity to leave that? Apparently you're just full of audacity, because then you have the audacity to come panhandling for money from us because financial hardship. Yeah, you got fired because you're a dick. You're a jerk. You're a racist. So absolutely ridiculous story. I hadn't seen that little twist. I don't know if you'd seen it yet either, but that is absolutely next level from Stephanie Lovins of Ohio, former realtor.
This bitch done fucked around and now she is going to find out. Hello, hey y'all, hey. So I don't know if you guys have seen this story about this woman, Stephanie Lovins. Apparently she was at a Mexican restaurant in Ohio and she got her bill, and on her bill, she didn't leave a tip. She wrote, "You suck. I hope Trump deports you." And I don't know how they found Stephanie, but they put Stephanie on blast.
You are getting
Stephanie was a realtor. Stephanie is no longer a realtor. I don't even know what lesson to even tell you guys from this. There's so many. Never underestimate the power of internet detectives. The more you fuck around is the more you find out. People's audacity is at an all-time high. And this is what always bothers me about these people. They make these statements and they come up with these fake apologies. If you said it, say it with your chest at this point. You wrote it down. If this is how you feel, say it's how you feel. You're not apologizing because of how you feel. You're apologizing because you got caught. So say it with your chest. She is not upset that she said it because she meant what she said. She said what she said, and she feels exactly how she feels because she wouldn't have wrote it. The only reason why she has any sort of remorse and is giving some sort of apology is because folks found out. And if we haven't seen from all the stories that have been going on over the last couple weeks, the most important lesson is actions have consequences. Have a great day, guys, as always.
Yes, guys, so that is what happened to this woman, Stephanie. She just decided, out of all the restaurants that they have in Ohio, she felt like she had so much hate that she needed to let go, or she had so much hate in her heart that she needed to get out. And the only way that she could do that was to only go to a Mexican restaurant, and instead of leaving a tip, just leave a racist message on the receipt, which is quite sad because, I mean, how do you even live with yourself? Like, what was really going through your mind when you decided to do this? It's crazy to even think about it. Like, I would go to a place, enjoy a meal, and the only thing that comes to my mind is that I don't like this person that served me, and they don't deserve to be in this country. And I go on ahead and write on the receipt that I hope you get deported. I mean, white women, what is happening? What's going on? Because after the new administration, it hasn't yet been 2 months, but I've seen so many crazy videos of Caucasian women doing so many bad things, others walking around as ICE agents or pretending or acting as ICE agents, asking people if they are legal in the country. I've seen so many videos of people wishing that people will get deported back in their countries. And these videos are all from Caucasian people, which is quite sad because is this how you let people live rent-free in your heads? Do you not have anything better to do with your time? You take your precious time to just go and show hatred out there. You must be carrying a very heavy burden for you to keep on doing these things each and every time, because there's so many videos out there. And I feel sorry that this had to happen to this guy who was simply minding his own business, just working, not committing any crime. These people were told that these people were getting deported on all these illegal immigrants that they have in the country. They are criminals, which is a lie. Like, what was this guy doing? He was simply trying to work. He was working, and she's the one who actually went to find this guy. It's not like this guy went to find her at her workplace. She went to find this guy at her workplace, at his workplace, and decided, you know what, because I don't like Mexicans, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a racist message on the receipt. And I'm even asking myself, you people who are like wishing on people to get deported and being racist out there, or asking people if they're in the country illegally, how do you tell between a legal immigrant and an illegal immigrant? Like, how do you tell? Or just because these people are not European Americans, you all think that they're there in the country illegally? I mean, it's crazy that you all cannot think for yourself and you just listen to what your politicians tell you, and you cannot make a decision for yourself. It's crazy that this is happening, and I don't know how it's gonna be like in the next 4 years. And another thing is that most of these Hispanic people, sorry to say, but most of these Hispanic people thought, because of their white adjacency, they thought they are like in a safe place, or they thought they are safe. Because it's just yesterday that I actually saw a video of a Latina saying that, a Latina woman saying that people started giving her Black American treatment after, you know, the new administration, you know, because she thought because of her white adjacency, she was just the same as every other European American in the States. And now she's receiving this treatment and she's surprised. You see, these people are also racist, or they don't like Black people, or, you know, to say that they think they are, or we can just say they think they're special more than Black people. But at the end of the day, they'll always treat you the same. Just because of your white adjacency doesn't mean that you'll get any better treatment more than a Black person. And this is why all people of color should always listen to Black people, because they know better. They've been with these people and they actually know better, more than you think you do, because most of you are out here acting and being on social media and doing videos coming at the Black Americans for no good reason, and now you see how they're treating you. This should be a good lesson for most of you to learn, that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, they'll never treat you the right way. They'll never see you as one of them. And this is just the reality of things. And anyway, glad that this woman, after all this, she got fired. I mean, she effed around and now she found out. And now she's out here begging people for, she opened a GoFundMe for her to be able to get DEI training, diversity training. I mean, being a human is not something that you need anyone to train you on. It's simply being a human that loves people, being a human that treats people the same way that you want to be treated. Because Stephanie, would you love someone to come to your place of work and just leave racist message, or just be racist towards you because of no reason? No, I'm sure you would not want that. So you don't need a diversity training. You don't need to be trained on how to treat other human beings. You just need to look yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself. Have a talk with yourself and say that from today henceforth, I'm going to be treating people how I want to be treated. And the reason as to why people are actually coming for you on social media is because the same treatment that you treated this guy with. You are very comfortable writing this message and trying to scrap your name out of the receipt or hide your name out of the receipt and lie that someone must have stolen your credit cards because you are a good person. This was all a lie. And I'm sure you're not sorry because you think what you did was or is wrong. You're only sorry because you got caught. And I mean, you after around and now you're finding out, and glad that your employer had to let you go, because this is gonna be a lesson to you. And I hope that next time or any other time, even if you feel like you have so much hate or anger that you need to let out, you're not go letting your anger out to someone who's done nothing to you. You not be out there being racist towards other people. And this should also be a lesson to other racist people out there. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part. And until the next episode, bye.